I'm Molly Pesci, and this is Barnes & Noble Tagged. Move over Sex and the City and Twilight Saga. Today, chick lit takes a backseat to Manfiction. Suspenseful plots with hunky, flawed characters. All right, let's be honest. Chicks will love it too. The king and master of Manfiction, Lee Child, is with us here in the Barnes & Noble studio. Lee Child has gone by many names, but there is one title that cannot be disputed, and that is best-selling author. Luckily for readers around the world, Lee Child was fired from Granada TV in England, so he put his creative energies into writing. His first book, Killing Floor, introduced his attractive crime-solving former military police officer, Jack Reacher. Lee's debut also came with awards for Best First Mystery. His prequel to the Reacher series was actually book number 8, The Enemy, and this offering won him the Nero Award for Best Novel. His bestsellers have included Persuader, Bad Luck, and Trouble, and most recently, Nothing to Lose. But here he is today to talk with us about what he hopes will be his lucky 13th Jack Reacher book, Gone Tomorrow. Lee Child, you've been tagged. Thank you so much for being with us.
Total pleasure.
I read that you sell a book a second.
At this time of year, you know, when the new book is out in all the major markets, that's how it goes, and it is. It's great. You know, one person every second is picking up the book and enjoying it, and that's why all last winter I was writing it, so that people could do that. Your
title character, Jack Reacher, this is just kind of like an iconic character now, and your wife helped name him.
Yeah, I was out of work. You know, the television career ended in a bust. I was,
as a wife, she was probably getting desperate as well.
Yeah, but she was also taking advantage. I was at home, no day job, and when you're in that situation, you're theoretically available for errands. And so one day she said, come to the supermarket and help me haul the stuff home. And every time that I've ever been in a supermarket, which now must be well into double figures, I walk in and there's a little old lady who says, oh, you're a nice tall gentleman, would you reach me that can? So my wife said, you know what, if this writing gig doesn't work out, you could always be a reacher in a supermarket. And I thought, great name, because making up names, weirdly, is the hardest thing for me.
Now, Lee Child, you've made that name up as well. Is that the truth?
That's the name for the books, and because in the entertainment business, you're a union member, and some of those unions have rules that if there's an existing artist with the same name as you or a very similar name, you're not allowed to use it. So I've actually used 4 different names for various things that I've done, and it seemed to be the natural thing, you know, new start, new career, new name. Stephen
King called your books Manfiction, which is kind of like the alternate to chick lit. Do you think that sums it up?
I think it does, but it doesn't mean that women can't read it.
Yeah.
Because actually, a lot of women love these books. Not just mine, but books in this genre as a whole. But women especially love Jack Reacher. And so I wouldn't like the manfiction thing to feel excluding women. It's just a description, you know, what you see is what you get. This is a book about a man.
So talk to us about Gone Tomorrow, because this is the 13th Reacher novel.
It starts out on the New York City subway, because I had read on the internet about this list. There's a list of visual and behavioral indicators. If you see somebody and they're displaying all these factors on the list, then they are a suicide bomber about to go into action. That is what, if you're in law enforcement, you have to believe that. If you see this list of characteristics, you have to take action.
Okay.
And I was thinking, wow, that is an awesome moment. You know, you're obliged to do something, but suppose you're wrong.
I love this genre, and I cannot wait to get started. The book is in stores right now, but I have a huge favor. Will you hang out with us for a little while, because we really want to talk to you about your upcoming book club?
Absolutely.
The book is called Gone Tomorrow. Everybody get out there and get one. Here's a tagged close-up. Travel budget a little tight this year? Well, you may find staying home with this book will sate your wanderlust. The pictures in this book are so lush and beautiful, you might feel like you've been there and back without ever leaving home. Chris Santella is the author of the 50 Places to Fill in the Blank Before You Die series. He's taken us diving, golfing, sailing, and in his latest book, Once-in-a-Lifetime Trips, the world's 50 most extraordinary and memorable travel experiences, he throws caution and budget to the wind as he travels on amazing and little-known trips. Fly fish in the virgin waters off the Chilean fjords, arriving by helicopter. Navigate Alaska on a boat as luxurious as a 4-star hotel, but small enough to sail where the big cruise ships can't. Each trip is captured through stunning photography and an essay based on in-depth interviews with experts who have first-hand knowledge of the location and itinerary. Organized by destination, once-in-a-lifetime trips is as much a vicarious and thrilling reading experience as it is a source of ideas and inspiration for anyone in search of a remarkable journey. And that's my tag explosive. Every week, some new and interesting books, movies, and music hit our radar. Here are my top 5 tags for this week. Right up front at number 5 is Who's Got Your Back by Keith Ferrazzi. Keith counsels Fortune 500 companies and educational institutions across the country. And in Who's Got Your Back, he explains how none of us can do it alone, and that each of us needs to create our very own dream team. The number 4 tagged crown goes to Larry King's autobiography, My Remarkable Journey. From his humble beginnings in Brooklyn to broadcast megastar, King marvels good-naturedly at his staying power as a talk show host in television and radio. Lurking at number 3 is The Secret Speech by Tom Robb Smith, whose debut novel, Child 44, was called brilliant and remarkable. The Secret Speech is an intense, suspenseful new novel set in the Soviet Union in 1956. It's a story where the sins of the past threaten to destroy the present. Very vampy at number 2 is the soundtrack to True Blood, the HBO series based on the Sookie Stackhouse novels by Charlaine Harris. It's described as swampy, bluesy, and spooky. Our number 1 tagged is also based on Charlaine Harris's Sookie Stackhouse Southern Vampire series. It is True Blood's complete season, available on DVD and Blu-ray. True Blood details the coexistence of humans and vampires. Central character Sookie, a telepathic waitress, falls in love with vampire Bill Compton. And those are my top tags. Lee Child, thank you so much for hanging out. Now, you are going to be in our book clubs the week of May the 25th, and everybody can find out the details by going to bn.com/book clubs. It's going to be kind of cool.
It's going to be great for me because being a writer is lonely. You know, you sit there all year writing the book, and to actually get the chance to interact with the readers, I'm very happy about it.
Great. All right. We want you to know also that you have inspired the studio to create a place just for Manfiction. Now, this is at the Barnes & Noble studio, so you've got to check it out, okay?
I will, you bet.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching Barnes & Noble Tag.